Bitcoin continues to be here in this descending wedge that we talked about in previous. We talked about it in detail. No need to really repeat it all. But what is fairly interesting, I think, is here what is currently happening on the 1 hour chart. So I think we see here something like a triangle forming within this wedge. Yeah. So again, it's been hardly moving really since last evening, UK time here. So you can draw here some kind of a triangle, which just means there should be a larger movement imminent. Now that could just be a larger candle in the wedge. We have space both up and down. It is a triangle pattern, so a fairly neutral pattern. So it's really not possible to say in which direction it's going to break out. It's anyway in sort of a sideways range, a slight downtrend. But the thing is to see that there could be something coming. We also have little volatility or volume. Yeah, as you can see here, the volume indicator is just going down in line with what the price is doing. It's just in an apex, and it's just something to be aware of, that there should be probably imminently be some kind of volatility, be some kind of movement here. At least that is what you have to assume based on this chart, right? Because you have this triangle pattern. On the other hand, what else do you have? You have another pattern, which is a descending broadening wedge, which is rather a bullish pattern. Would work out quite well together with what we have here overall in the chart, which is that larger descending wedge. So overall also a bullish pattern, but as you can see, they don't always need to break to the upside. Here we had a descending wedge as well, and it did break to the downside. So it doesn't mean it needs to go up, but for now, this is what we can identify, two patterns. I think what is probably more relevant here is that sort of triangle, just because the price is consolidating, the movement is decreasing, the volume is decreasing, and that indicates we have here an apex. And yeah, probably in the next few hours, we're going to see here a little bit of a movement. Again, that could just be a move to the downside of the wedge. That would not be more than 2.4%, which isn't massive, and to the upside 1.10%. But considering that the price has hardly moved here for nearly 12 hours, that is quite something we want to take a look at, and I want to make you aware of, so that you are that you know what you can expect today, of today's Bitcoin day. We can see overall that on the daily, negative momentum is constantly being decreased on the MACD. We might get a turnaround here on the MACD on the daily, which could be a catalyst for further price increases, could support my view that shortly we should see here some upside finally in that wave 2 target area, but that will only happen as soon as we break here out of the descending wedge to the upside. So we need to see some upside movement. We would need to move at least above 39.2k as well. That is the next major resistance here along the way. And I think only when this is happening, then we can also expect that move into that wave 2. Everything else, when it's going to take place, is speculation. We need to wait here for a clear signal in the market, because the price could also, until Wednesday,